free. boy. What do you think I'm
What's
doing?
going on?
Roscoe
I think I know what you're doing.
He's driving me crazy. He drives me crazy. And if I don't give him... This is the toy that I put peanut butter in. And sometimes he barks at the toy like he's mad at it because it doesn't have peanut butter in it. Like it's like the toy's broken. And if I don't fill this up with peanut butter, he is going to bark through the whole show. Not that he's not going to bark later anyway. So, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, look. Here he goes.
Yeah, show us the dog at least. There we go.
Oh. Now I'm going to throw it, and he will leave me alone. I almost broke the light on the ceiling just now. He'll leave us alone for...
like a minute or two?
If we're lucky. No, it takes him about 15 minutes, but then after that... Well, I don't know why I just ate peanut butter before the show. Now, I can't see the comments, and people said hello because this big jar of peanut butter is in the way. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to That Jazz Show. How are you guys doing? Well, I see Mario is here. Edith, how are you doing? Vinny D'Annunzio is here. Carrie Butterworth is here. Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? Tracy Oliver. And that was the great Soren's Lot with Colin Stranahan on drums and Gianluca Renzi, I think, if I'm not pronouncing it properly. I apologize.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Vinny, how many YouTube handles do you have? Is it just two? Or do you just change your name?
He's so mysterious.
I want to know.
Yeah, the world wants to know. That was from about 3 years ago. If you remember, Soren was here from Bucharest, and he was doing some concerts in Boston. Then he came to New York, and then he came to the studio and did a live show. That band, those guys, they just had a talk over. They didn't even have a rehearsal. They met that day. Yeah. And, God, they tore it up. They were so great. It was so great to see them. And it was so great to get a visit. If you look up Soren's Lot, that's Soren's Lot, not Zoran Slot. Some people, he told me, he said people make that mistake all the time.
Oh, really?
S-O-R-A, yeah. He's got some great videos. He's also got a great YouTube channel. My microphone is really far away because I forgot my microphone clip. So I had to use...
Oh, you do sound
electrical
a little louder.
tape. Yeah, I had to use electrical tape too. And I think I'm having a problem with my wire. So if my voice cuts out, please let me know. Good evening and welcome to That Jazz Show, Esther Tendy. How are you, Esther, my wonderful sister-in-law? And look, I didn't finish the bottle yet. See, I still got a lot left. This was a gift from Esther. Me and Tommy dipped into this last week, and then I dipped into it last night. So cheers. You got...
Cheers. Well, I'm going to pour one, but look what I got.
Oh, look at you. You got the same glass I got. And how did that happen?
And how did that happen? You tell me how that happened.
He goes, I ordered these glasses online while I was in the hospital waiting for my toe to be reset after I broke it. And if you watched them with the show when we talked about it, I was playing a video game and it said, buy these glasses. And I bought them and I got them and I don't like them. I bought 4. I asked Claudia if she wanted to and she said no. So
naturally
I sent them to you anyway. So cheers.
Yeah, no, I do see like he mentioned this like there's a seam, right? What the hell?
And the ad said, hundreds, generations of Japanese craftsmanship. And then I looked up the company. They're from like Wyoming or something. It's like some guy named Frank or something like that. And somebody said to him, you might want to put an angle on the story about those glasses. Welcome to the piano party. And we're going to play piano music all night, all in-house, all guests of That Jazz Show, because we're still, well, first of all, because we want to, and secondly, because we are testing the waters in YouTube. And we are going to be making some changes over the next month. You want to talk about that now or you want to talk about it later?
Up to you.
Okay, well, we are going to, obviously, we did move to YouTube, and we're going to stay on YouTube, but we're going to change our format sometime within the next 4 to 6 weeks. And we're going to take a little time off while we put that together. And we'll tell you more about that later. It's not going to be for long, but we're going to be remodeling, per se. Okay, so let's talk about that later, and we'll give you specific details. But right now, let's talk about Tales of Adventure. Let's see if I can get my screen to stop flickering. Let's see. There we go. Time for Tales of Adventure. Tales of Adventure, yes. Tales of Adventure. We got a pretty interesting one this week. because,
Do tell.
Monday was St. Patrick's Day. And I made what I made last year. I made my green bread. And I went to my brother's house. And we had green bread. And then I had beer with green food coloring in it. Isn't that pretty?
All right.
And even Roscoe, I put a tam o' shanter on him. Look at him with that little hat. Isn't he cute? It's turning into the Roscoe show. But I bought him a green toy, and he loved it so much. He was playing with it, and he was holding it in his mouth, and he actually fell asleep with it in his mouth. Look at that picture. Let me zoom in on this. Look at little Roscoe sleeping with a toy in his mouth, upside down. Is that the funniest thing? He's a good little boy. Did you get the picture yet, Claude?
Wait, getting there. Getting there.
The delay. There it is.
Oh, that's him sleeping?
Yeah, he's sleeping with the toy in his mouth. Anyway, cheers. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to all you people that celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which is pretty much anyone who is a New Yorker. What else happened? I went to Uncle Chief's Friday night, and I saw Jerry Weldon play. And
where's that?
That is up near me. It's in Brewster, New York. And he played with
near you, not in Westchester, not
Westchester,
upstate,
not Westport.
Upstate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the band was great, and he was great. And in the middle of the set, a waitress came up to me and said, somebody would like to buy you a Jackie Gleason. And you know what the Jackie Gleason is? It's my favorite drink.
What is it?
It's bourbon in a coffee cup. I call it a Jackie Gleason because so I just assumed it was Jerry. And as Jerry was playing, and it was a big place, anytime he looked in my direction, I held up the coffee cup going, he was like looking at me like, why do you keep showing me this coffee cup? Anyway, it turned out that it was a gift from, do you remember John Filardi?
Of course.
Yeah, he used to heckle us all the time. He saw me in the club and bought me a Jackie Gleason because he remembered us talking about it on the show. So I said, John, look at that. It was really great to see him. So I said, John, where have you been? He said, well, I really don't watch the show that much because you guys aren't screwing up the way you used to. Apparently, he thought it was very entertaining when we started doing the show. Remember when we first started? And something was always going wrong. And there was John Filardi having a great time heckling us. Wow. But it was good to see him. And we had a bunch of laughs and we chatted for a while. And thank you for the Jackie Gleason. So it was good to see you, John Filardi. A lot of other things going on, but we got a lot of music to play. So we're not going to waste a lot of time tonight. Although we love to waste time. Let's move right on to this because this is our piano party. And here's something by Sarah Sion. We played this a few months ago, actually about a year ago. This is when she was in the studio 2 years ago. And here is her playing solo piano. And this is Sarah Sion, Body and Soul.
wasn't even warmed up. Ugh.
Beautiful.
Award-winning jazz pianist and teacher Sarah Jane Sion presents the all-in-one piano songbook, Beginner Basics and Building Blocks, hailed as the ultimate beginner piano theory book. You'll find easy-to-understand worksheets and activities. Students will clap, write, and play their way to understanding music theory. They'll master foundational skills like note reading, rhythm, and basic composition. Dive into rhythm and rhyme poems that teach timing while promoting values of kindness, love, and connection. Perfect for parents, teachers, and young pianists, this book lays the groundwork for a lifelong love of music. You'll also find inspiring quotes and fun illustrations to encourage young pianists on their journey. Get your copy today on Amazon.com. Part of the all-in-one piano songbook series for every step of the journey.
The Sarah Sion all-in-one songbook, and I have it, and it is really good. It really is all-in-one. I think Carol said she has that book. Carol also says that...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Carol has the book. She says it's so amazing, but Carol also said something else of concern. She said she had a blizzard,
I know.
another blizzard today. Wow.
Did you get it back?
Power
or you still...
again. Well,
You're still...
Yeah, good question. What do you think?
Tell us, Carol, what's going on?
Are you on your just cell phone? Are you in the dark just looking at your cell phone?
She's probably got a generator. If she lives out there, right? There's probably lots of generator things going on.
I hope so.
I do too. My goodness.
Yeah, I started up my generator today. You know, I started up every weekend just in case.
Okay.
You know, just to make sure it's running in case there's a blackout. I never had one up here, but we had like 3 down in Westchester. It's amazing. All the way up here in the Adirondacks, no blackouts. Down there were the human beings, blackouts everywhere. But you know why there was a blackout today? Ellie
Where,
Khan
down there or up here?
Wait, look at Ellie Khan's comment.
Oh my gosh.
As
awesome.
well. You know why, Carol, you had a blackout? Because, and it's an argument I've been having with people for years. Remember, we talk about this every late March. March does not come in like a lion and go out like a lamb. It comes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion. That's how it was always said when I was a kid.
Right.
Somehow or another, they reversed it. It always comes in nice and you're expecting a beautiful spring. And then at the end, March slaps you in the face and says, not so fast. Don't put that sweater away. And we get blackouts or we get a snowstorm and everybody gets a cold because March comes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion. What do you think about that?
Okay.
And while March is wreaking havoc and raining down and putting holes in roofs and causing all kinds of tomfoolery with your property, that's the best time to get in touch with our friends over at Royal Adjuster. Royal Adjuster is a private insurance adjuster. They will negotiate with the insurance company for you. How do they do it? They assess, they file, they negotiate. You get paid. It's that simple. So whether it is no pun intended, whether it's water damage, weather damage, fire and smoke damage, theft and vandalism, www.royaladjuster.com. Aaron Ross and his associates will be there to represent you, not by banging on the table and demanding money, because the insurance companies have a relationship with them and they're actually happy to see someone from Royal Adjuster. So give them a call, www.royaladjuster.com, or also you can download their smartphone app. It doesn't cost anything. It makes you a VIP member, gets you in the loop. And this week's Instagram digest featuring pianos. It's a piano digest, I guess we can call it that. Compliments of Royal Adjuster. that fantastic?
Wow. I still got it going. I still have it going. I haven't turned the volume down yet. Oops.
After you've gone.
Wait.
Wow.
Claudia
said the same thing that I was thinking. The girl that was playing stride piano, I can't remember her name now. I'm terrible. But as you watch this video, if you watch it again, and we'll post this separately.
Oh, with the girl with the beret.
Yeah. As you watch it separately, look up their names and check them all out on YouTube. There's a lot of great music out there, on Instagram, rather. A lot of great music. And say hello, subscribe, and tell them that Jazz Show sent you. Would you do that? Of course you will. Now, the girl that was playing piano, Claudia, said exactly what I was thinking. Why aren't there more people in the audience? Right?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. She was so great. So great. I also, I did something. I don't know. I was just curious. There's a guy named Robert Israel, and, I'm a big fan of his. He writes music for old silent movies. back in the silent movie days, they would have a score. And, when the movies were in the bigger theaters, they'd have an orchestra playing that score. Most of those scores are lost. They're lost forever. The movies are not. They archive the films, but, the orchestral arrangements most of them are lost. I would love to see a silent movie, a real silent movie with a real score, with a real orchestra, or somebody with her kind of talent, just playing the music properly and not comically, it's just so beautiful.
You remind me, there was a thing when I was in school where every Halloween they'd show Nosferatu in the big auditorium at my college.
Really?
And then they'd have a live organ player, like with the giant pipe organ, Very cool.
That must have been great. Well, Robert Israel did a tour a few years back, and I wish I knew about him back then. I actually discovered him while I was looking for music for the show. And I don't know if he still does, but he would tour with a given movie that he just wrote a score for with an orchestra. So look up. He did a lot of Harold Lloyd movies. I'm a big Harold Lloyd fan. So type in Harold Lloyd and Robert Israel and look for a Harold Lloyd movie with Robert Israel scoring. It's always beautiful. Anyway, okay, so let's talk. Can we talk? Guys, we got to talk. Okay, so we are going to take a break. We're going to take a break for about a month for a number of reasons. First of all, it's April, and it's Easter season and Passover season and all that. But
tax
season. Oh my God, yeah. I didn't even start yet. You probably already did yours, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's all done. Yeah.
I'm going to get another extension, and then by the time the extension expires, like 2 weeks away, that's when I'm going to get the email saying, "Hey, it's your extension's up," and then I'm going to scramble anyway. I should have just done it now. Okay, so we obviously we moved to YouTube. We left Facebook for a number of reasons. One reason is because there's no more archiving. If you live stream, anything more than 90 days old is deleted, and I think that's effective on or around July 30th. So we're already scrambling, downloading all those shows so we can have them somewhere else because there's a lot of good stuff there. Maybe we'll repost them here one at a time. Maybe we'll show some reruns over the next month. But what we want to do is we want to post more short clips. We want to put up individual music videos. We want to do some product info, music tips. Who knows? Claudia has things to say about violin. I have things to say about saxophone. But we really have not had time to do that because producing the show, one show takes us about 3 full days, and I'm not exaggerating at all. Monday morning till 9:30 on Wednesday night. It's really right down to the wire. So, and the battery on my cough button died, so I can't push it. So we are looking into a podcast format. We're looking into a way to do more live streams with live bands, and the weekly live stream for the 1 hour weekly format. We are going to do that less, maybe once or twice a month, but we can't do it every Wednesday because we don't have time now to focus on the other things that we want to do. Also, just getting permission for all the music we play is a job. You have no idea. And then like last week when we played 4, and the person that performed it, of course, I can't remember his name. I don't remember any of his name anymore these days. We have written permission from the producer. And for those of you that were watching, you might have seen we were blocked for like a minute during the show. And then it was released. And at the end of the show, the whole thing was blocked for about 10 minutes. Now, that's not a terrible thing, but it's just a pain in the neck. And we can't really just proceed in the blind until we figure all this out. So that's what we're going to do for the next month. We're going to figure it all out. Facebook support for streaming software has become unreliable. And also we're getting dozens and sometimes over 100 scam messages a day.
Yeah.
So if you want to contact us, if you send us a message through Facebook Messenger, we're not going to answer it. We don't answer anything on Facebook Messenger. Send your messages to thatjazzshow@gmail.com, okay? Now, YouTube has its risks as well, Ellie Khan. So, we're going to figure it all out. So for the next month, and also I'm going to go camping for 2 weeks. I forgot about that part. But we're going to come back with a new paint job. It's going to be great, and we hope you guys will support us during our, how shall we say, transformation? How's that? Is that a good
there we
word?
go.
Okay.
It's great.
Excellent. So now that we've said that, let's play some more music. This one is a blast. Brian Charette was at the studio about a year and a half ago playing solo piano, and this is a quick, fun, short and sweet version of Tea for Two, the great Brian Charette.
Tea for Two.
Tea for Two. The amazing Brian Charette. Is that great? Short and sweet. He's and to the point.
Best.
He's the best. Something about his finger we were talking about. I'm doing Laurel and Hardy right now. What's that all about?
Yeah, I didn't know the story, but you have to tell them the story. I didn't know this.
You can help me out here. You noticed. And what she was like, she said, Brian's right finger is a little more curled than the others. He was on a gig. He was on a Hank Lane gig years ago. And as he was lowering the speaker, or I think he was helping the sound guy lower the speaker, it slammed on his pinky. And he broke it. And the way I remember it, and he also told you the story, the way I remember is that he didn't do anything about it. He just kind of like babied it until it healed, but it healed with a curl to it. And he said that it actually wound up so that the pinky more accurately gets in between those little keys.
Wow.
And not that he actually said it, but it appears that he likes his pinky better that way because he plays great. Great. Brian Charette. Wow. So let's see. What do we got going on here? Okay. We're looking at, here it is. Here's my notes here. Okay. So here's what I'd like to do. I want to talk about something. Another reason why we're leaving Facebook, for a number of reasons. Did you see the jalapeno herring debacle?
I've heard tell.
I could not believe this. I was on Facebook a couple mornings ago. You know, I have my morning coffee, and anytime somebody screams about something, they're like, "Oh, I'm so mad about this," and "Oh, I don't wait," like, "Oh," and everyone's all upset. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna. Just like, you know, you don't delete, it's, you hide them for 30 days. So you don't have to see them for 30 days. If you go to their Facebook page, you can see it. But when I have my coffee in the morning, I don't want to see anybody screaming about, you know, they put 5 quarters in a laundromat and they lost them, or, you know, well, let's not even talk about politics. One way or the other, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but I don't care to see it with my morning coffee. For me, social media is puppies and flowers and kittens. So what did I do? Shlomi Raskin came out with a new flavor of herring. It was called jalapeno machos. So I saw all these people getting mad about things, so I just put a picture of the herring just to strike up some pleasant conversation. Boy, was that a mistake. I got slammed. You would think that I said something really, really bad. And, this is, how can you do that? How can you put in herring? And so it got so out of hand. Carrie Butterworth chimed in. Carrie, are you still here? And Carrie said, you guys are getting mad. I don't know. She was here before. She said, you guys are getting mad about herring. You need to get a life. So I posted an apology. I'm not going to play it now. You can see it on my Facebook page. I posted an apology, sarcastically. I was being funny.
Yeah.
And I was sipping some espresso. And I said, well, I'm sorry I offended you about the herring. I'm going to bring it back to the store and I'll never buy it again. Something like that. I said, as soon as I finish my espresso, the way I like it, with a dollop of, with a dollop of cottage cheese. It was a joke.
That's hilarious.
One of my cousins actually texted me and said, I can't believe you put cottage cheese in. I was like, no, I don't.
They know you, right? They didn't get that?
I guess everybody was in a mood that morning. I don't know what happened in the news. I didn't look. I just got up, and all I wanted to do was tell people about some nice herring that Shlomi Raskin and Yossi Raskin just came out with in Crown Heights. So I guess that was a mistake. So.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, let's move on. See, we had to kill a couple minutes, and I think we did a good job. Okay, so let's do this. Let's play. Here's Tardo Hammer. Tardo Hammer was in the studio very early on. I think it was before that jazz show. And
cool.
This is his version of Through the Years. Check this out. The great Tardo Hammer. Wow. The great
Damn,
Tartar.
he's good.
Did you see what Ellie Kahn said?
Yes.
Now, before anyone gets offended, Ellie Kahn is a rabbi. Okay, so
yeah,
he can
exactly.
say.
Jeez.
He said Jews can be hard of hearing. It's only funny because Ellie Kahn said it.
He could say that.
Well, he could say
say that.
Yeah, he could say it because he's naturally funny. Look what I'm doing. We want to have a show that's going to go by smoothly. So, Claude, you want to take the next couple of minutes and just go through some of those comments?
I mean, no.
Let's see. You're not allowed new things, is what Carrie Butterworth said.
I don't see anything wrong with some jalapeno herring, but is it because I'm not Jewish and I don't understand the heresy?
Well, herring is not a Jewish thing. I guess in New York, it's very popular in the Jewish neighborhoods.
Like you have a picture of the rabbi on the container of the herring.
Because that's Raskin's. That's like that's the best herring in Brooklyn. You know, they say Crown Heights. You know, it's unbelievable. Actually, they're brothers. And then there's another brother who has a competing herring store around the block. I don't know his name. And his herring's supposed to be really good, too.
Well, those family reunions must be awkward, huh?
I understand they fought for a few years, but now they get along fine. Okay, Roscoe's going to leave me alone again. There he goes. Get out of here. I do like peanut butter. I can see why he gets mad at that toy. He barks at the toy because he thinks it's broken. You know, like, hey, it's got no peanut butter. What's the matter with this toy? Okay, let's see what time. Look at the
time.
Oh, my God. Look at the time, how it flies. It's time for jazz. True or false? Jazz, true or false? Yes, where we ask Claude the questions, and she answers them with help from the boys and girls at home. Jazz, true or false? Are you ready? Let me get it out.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it.
And of course, today's topic is, and we're going to rip through this because it's just so good. Today's topic is piano. Of course, it's piano because
of course it is.
It's the piano party. Welcome to the piano party, everybody. Ellie Kahn and Bake Light Blonde, which is Carrie and Mario. Do we say hi to Mario? Hello, Carol. Hey, Denise Mack is here. Nice to see you. Vinny says so much better on YouTube, better sound and visuals. Yeah, it really is. The quality is much better. And hopefully we'll be able to manage this in a way that everyone can enjoy. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Nice gesture, Claude. Okay, we talked about Hepster's Dictionary last week when we did a rerun of Jazz, True or False, and there it is. Okay, so tickling the ivories. Tickling the ivories, the term for playing piano, because the keys were made of ivory, was coined by none other than Cab Calloway in his Hepster's Dictionary. True or false? In 1942.
I mean, I'd like that to be true. Anybody know for sure?
By the way, look at that zoot suit. I wish Buddy Green was here because I want to really know if Cab Calloway dressed that way only and it was a gimmick, or if people really walked around like that for a few years, because I got to tell you something. I want one.
I feel like they probably did.
So you think you'd walk down the street and there were a lot of guys dressed like that?
I mean, I don't know. I would hope so. What
would happen in modern times? Let's say it was prom night, you know, when you were in high school and your date showed up with this on. What would your father have done?
Oh, that's a really good question. I have no idea.
I tell you,
what would you have done if Nina's prom date showed up looking like that?
I would have been, Ruth, all right, come on in. We would have talked about jazz and stuff. So, did Cab Calloway come up with the term tickling the ivories?
What do you guys think? I really want it so badly to be true, so can I just say it's true and call it a day?
I'm laughing at Ellie Kahn's comments, though. If you want it to be that way, we're going to give you credit anyway, but you're wrong.
Damn it.
Author unknown, who knows, I made it up. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh, my God, look how much fun we're having. Okay, let me find the next picture. Here we go. Of the 12,000 parts, and look at all these parts. Of the 12,000 parts that go into a concert grand piano, 9,000 are structural and 3,000 are mechanical or moving parts. True or false? Are 3,000 of the 12,000 parts that go into making a grand piano?
What a strange question.
I know. That's jazz. True or false?
False?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'll say false.
Locking it in?
Yeah, sure.
The answer is false. But let me tell you, you're not going to believe the actual answer. Yes, 12,000 parts go into the construction of a concert grand piano. 10,000 of ththose parts are moving parts, and only 2,000 are structural. What do you think about that? Mario Vasquez says, that hat? Denise says, true. No, it's false. 10,000 of the 12,000 parts are moving parts.
Wow.
Now, just take a look at the hammers. I mean, each hammer alone is a dozen or more parts. 88 keys right there. And then all that stuff underneath, and then the pedals and the strings. And, well, Mario says, I've never counted. Good one, Mario. Okay, let's get to the final question. So far, you're 1 out of 2, but it doesn't matter. You'll always get 2 out of 3, whether they're right or wrong.
Right or wrong.
You're not going to summer school. Here's the final question. Oh, and this is a good one. Although the first piano was made around 1700 by Bartolomeo Cristofori, it was invented on paper in 1680. The reason why it wasn't manufactured till 1700 is because there were no cast iron producers who were able to make the harp, according to specs. True or false?
I'm going to say false.
Why would you say false?
Just because. Too many words.
Claude, you know me too well. The answer is false.
Good.
Actually, the harp back then, in the first piano, was made of cypress, boxwood, and fir. There was no cast iron in the construction of the original piano. The strings were iron or brass. Actually, the strings, interesting, were iron or brass wire. The pins were made of brass and bronze. Hey, Gwen is here. Hey, folks. I heard all about your blizzard. Stay safe.
Oh, she's finally here.
Gwen, you're here. We were so worried about you. We're glad you're having a good time, enjoying life. Okay, so let's... Oh, that's it. So you're 2 out of 3.
That's
you
it.
Got 2 right.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 right. Not even 2 out of 3 wrong. That's pretty good, right? 2 out of 3
right. That is amazing. Let's play the theme. Let's congratulate you on this week's True or False. Claudia, you are not going to summer school. You don't have detention. Isn't that great?
Hooray
my screen
for
is
me.
flickering. I hope my voice and my microphone isn't, because sometimes one is symptomatic of the other. I don't think I've ever said symptomatic before when it comes to live streaming.
Oh.
All right, let's play. We got time for one more. We played this a couple of years ago. This was from our concert at the Tillis Center, and this is a solo piece Ben Patterson played. It's an Oscar Peterson combination. The name composition. The name escapes me, but the great Ben Patterson. This is going to make your knees buckle. It's beautiful. The amazing Ben Patterson. God, the guy is just
so good.
I can't stand it. He's so great. That's an Oscar Peterson tune. The name escapes me. But
wait, that's the name of the song, or does the actual name of the song escape you? Seriously, that's a good song title.
No, that's a great. We got to write a song called "The Name Escapes Me." That's beautiful. No, I don't know the name of the song. The name escapes me.
The name escapes me. Okay,
you know what?
You can see my confusion. You can understand, right?
That is the great Ben Patterson playing a composition entitled "The Name Escapes Me." What's that?
Does anybody know what that one's called?
Yeah, if you do, hit it in the comments. Also, hit the like button and make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because you will get notifications. And if you hit the like button and the views go up, it's going to help us on this.
And we need all the help we can get.
Right now we do. We used to get 100,000 views, 80,000 views. Now,
I know.
I think last week we got like a couple of hundred, a couple of weeks ago, 1,200. But, it's like starting over again, starting brand new. And let's see, somebody just stopped in. Who did I say? Oh, Sarah's here. Sarah, happy birthday to Murray. That Murray is her father, Murray Sion. Sarah, we played a piece of music that you were featured in, and we also promoted your book. So rewind and see how we said such nice things about you. All right, so it is time. It is time to end our piano party. But what a great party it was, huh?
Yes.
It's always a party here. At That Jazz Show. With you fine people. We had such a great time. We always have a great time. And that's why it's difficult for us to take some time off. We're taking a month off. We have to do it. We got to figure out this new platform and a new strategy and a way to solicit new sponsors. And we really can't do that at this point when we're starting from scratch. So it's going to take a little while, and we're going to do it. And we're going to do it well, and we're going to do it because of your help and because of your support. So we're going to come back with a new paint job. And we want you to come back and meet us when we do that right here. And until then, we're going to upload music. We're going to upload shorts and bits over the next month anyway. And maybe even a rerun or two. But change is good. I think change is good. It's time to, evolve. So we hope you're going to be a part of it with your input, your ideas, and your funny stuff. We're still going to do funny stuff. Yes, Gwen. So we're going to see you on April something. We haven't decided yet, but we're going to come back in April. And until then, you guys got homework. We want you to continue making the world just a little bit sweeter, a little bit better, and more fun. And that, our dear friends, starts with 3 words. What are those words, Claude?
Share something nice.
Share something nice. It's so easy. And with your help, we're going to continue to do that. Good night, everybody. We will see you.
Good night, everybody.
In about a month. Stick around, but subscribe to the channel. We will be posting individual clips, individual songs, individual bits. We're still going to continue to have fun, okay? So we will see you guys next month. Good night. Have a great weekend. And we're going to miss you, but we'll be back soon. Good night, everybody.
Bye.